Hey guys, what is going on? It's Cal and Sal here. Welcome back, boys. How we doing, Sal?
Oh, it's just great. Cal, I'm leaving the mainland. I'm heading tomorrow morning back to Maui.
You're hitting the open road, huh?
Well, yeah,
or hitting the open airways.
Open airways, yeah. We're gonna set our navigation southwest from this beautiful spot here in California. We're heading back to Maui.
Man, yeah. You've been rolling hot, obviously.
Looking forward to that. But
yeah, we're. I don't know if we told the subscribers, but me and Jay are going to be heading out there in about a week or so to join Sal over at the.
I did invite you boys, and I'm just tickled pink you can make it. It's hard.
We're so excited to come. I can't wait. We're going to give you guys some live footage next week, just from up on the balcony
of
the villa.
More success you boys have, the harder it is for me to schedule you because you're so busy. But just glad you guys could cut some time.
GMs, executives are emailing us at all hours, and we got to respond. That's how we get these inside takes for you guys to beat the boys in Vegas. So
yeah, here we go.
We're going to do it here this week. We got the Blazing 5 coming in hot, and let's get it. So first pick of the week is going to be New Orleans minus 3.5 over Carolina. So we're picking the Saints here. Pretty easy pick. They absolutely dominated the Packers last week. That defense looks legit. I wasn't really impressed with Sam Darnold last week, and I can't imagine he'll do any better against New Orleans than he did against the Jets. I'm kind of shocked that this number is so low at minus 3.5. As you know, we're really low on Darnold. He covered the spread by 0.5 last week against the Jets, but this is not this isn't Mama's old Jets. This is the New Orleans Saints stacked defense.
Right.
I understand the hesitation to bet on Winston. I think he's a terrible quarterback, and obviously Vegas does too, given that defense. But, just stick with the running game. You got Kamara's great. That defense is great. Just hopefully Jameis Winston doesn't make too many mistakes, and I think it should be an easy, at least a touchdown cover here.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Cal. Really impressed with that New Orleans team. I have a little soft spot in my heart for the Packer team, and they were just dismantled by that New Orleans team. So, I think this is a can't miss.
I have the Packers way higher than the Jets, so if they barely handle the Jets, I can't imagine they're going to be covering the spread. Carolina in that sense. But the next pick, we're moving on to the Raiders plus 6.5 versus Pittsburgh. I was pretty impressed with Derek Carr last week. I mean, I know in the offseason pod, if you guys listen to our QB rankings, we had Derek Carr, I think, at 9 or 10. So not surprised at all by the play there. So you'd love to see him. We had him over Lamar Jackson. I think there was one or two comments there was a dislike on the video, so I imagine maybe people were upset with that. But you kind of saw last week the separation between the two. I'm really high on Derek Carr. He's an outstanding quarterback, wins a lot of games for you. I just think plus 6.5 is a little too high. I like that Pittsburgh defense. They had a scrappy come from behind win last week, and they stifled the Bills' offense to an extent. But I really think the Bills just got over conservative there once they got the lead. And I think we might be overrating the Steelers a bit here at plus 6.5 versus a very dangerous Raiders pass rush. And I really liked what I saw of their offense last week. So we're going to go Raiders here, plus 6.5.
Yeah, we all like to watch Chucky and his little facial expressions on the sideline, but these Raiders, they're an up and down team. They're not consistent yet, but I agree with you, Cal. I think we're going to go with the Raiders this week.
Yeah, so I feel really good about that pick. But moving on to the LA Rams over the Indianapolis Colts at minus 3.5. We're going to be taking the Rams. Love what I saw to Stafford last week. I'm pretty high on Goff as well, but like we say in the offseason pod, I think we had Stafford ranked around like 10 or 12, right around that Derek Carr range. Just a really solid quarterback, can make great plays, has a cannon arm, and I think he fits perfectly into this offense. Just a slight upgrade from Goff. And likewise, I'm also equally low on Carson Wentz. I haven't seen, even in his close to MVP season, I wasn't that impressed with him. You just had a lot of weapons on that team. Nick Foles took them, won the Super Bowl, but I just, the past 2 or 3 seasons, I haven't really seen much consistency or solid play out of Wentz to justify saying that this Indianapolis team is really going to be a contender versus the Rams, who are Super Bowl favorites, and they're only getting 3.5 points here. I think that's a fairly easy cover here. I love Cooper Kupp. They got a lot of weapons, and the running game was actually performing pretty well too with the committee approach.
Surprisingly, yeah, agree with you. Carson Wentz, I'm just hoping he'll have a turnaround season this year because, old Sal, he's from that neck of the woods. I like to see a North Dakota boy do well, but yeah, he's struggled lately, and we'll just hope he can turn it around. But certainly certainly not gonna go with the Colts this week, I'm afraid.
Yeah, until seen otherwise, I'm not very high on Carson Wentz. I don't think he's got, he doesn't see the field that well. He does inaccurate with the ball, and he doesn't have a great throwing motion. Kind of reminds me of he's like a little better than like a better Dak Prescott, which isn't, that's just not going to get it done against a Rams defense and a Rams team in general. So the next game is San Francisco -3 versus Philadelphia. We're taking the Niners here. I think people are jumping on board this Philadelphia team a little too prematurely just because they beat up on a terrible Matt Ryan-led Atlanta Falcons team. Matt Ryan's probably my most hated quarterback in the league, as you guys know who listen. He always starts the season slow. I think last year they got 6 points a game for the first 4 weeks, just like they did last week. But I don't really think we need to give Philadelphia all the credit. I just think Matt Ryan just is a really bad quarterback, has a noodle arm, and when the teams are playing with high intensity, a lot of energy the first couple weeks of the season, like he just can't get the ball moving against, there's no windows or anything because the DB's got good knees at that point in the season, and Matt Ryan just can't move the ball. But that's all goes into to say that I think Philadelphia hasn't proven to be a good team. San Francisco was beating a pretty solid Detroit offense by, I think they were up 31-10 at one point in that game. They let their foot off the gas, but let's not forget that this was a team that was completely blowing out Detroit, and Detroit has a pretty good offense. So I think Jalen Hurts is a lot worse than Jared Goff in that sense. So I think -3 here is way too small for me to be afraid to take the Niners here. And I really like their defense, and Garoppolo.
Oh, I love that Niner defense.
Garoppolo looked good too.
Yeah,
last week.
Niner defense is first class, and I agree with you wholeheartedly on this one. Yeah, Niners all the way on this one.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Philadelphia come back down to earth. Although beating Atlanta is kind of down to earth. You're already beating the bottom of the barrel there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so on to our fifth pick. We're going to go ahead and take Detroit +12 versus Green Bay. We're both big Green Bay fans, so I hate to pick against the home team here, but +12 is too big for this Green Bay team. We got most of our offensive line is out, and you saw,
two rookies.
I don't care how good your quarterback is. You don't have an offensive line, you're not going to win games. And while I do think we'll probably squeak this out for a victory, +12 is way too high. With
Green Bay has a history of making these Detroit games extremely close.
Yeah, it's a divisional game. They're going to be playing hard.
I believe they will prevail, but I don't think they'll be able to cover this points.
A +12 is insane for a divisional game against Green Bay, who has a battered offensive line. They let a couple guys go in the offseason, and Bakhtiari's still out. And Aaron Rodgers just hasn't played with any fire in his belly, and just completely looks out of sync with the receivers. You can tell the offseason drama and shenanigans have taken a toll on him.
I think so.
And he's looking old to me.
I think he'll come out on fire with something to prove.
Especially, Aaron's getting older. He's almost 39, and you can tell the legs are starting to go. With no offensive line, there's no way he's going to be like prime Aaron Rodgers, where he can just...
His arm is still very strong.
He has a great arm, but his legs are not moving like they once did, and you can't do that with no offensive line. Maybe Lamar Jackson could, but not Aaron Rodgers.
That's right.
He's older. You need an offensive line, so +12 is way too high. I think this is an easy Detroit pick. If you're just picking one, this Detroit pick is arguably my favorite of the bunch.
That's your pick of the week.
That's my pick of the week right there.
All right.
Honorable mention, I'd also take Buffalo over Miami. So they're going to be like my Cleveland pick last week. Honorable mention right there. So, we were hot. We picked Cleveland last week, and that turned out to be true. They covered.
Sure did.
But we're going to go ahead and put them in the honorable mention as well. But anyway, looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Hopefully we go 5-0 here. If you guys watch Colin Cowherd's pod, you might notice that 4 of these are the opposite of what he picks. So,
we thought it would be kind of fun to take an opposite take on Colin this week because we for some reason Colin got a little off track this week.
Yeah, he had one of the worst, in my opinion. We'll see how it goes, but I think that's some of the worst picks I've ever seen on the show. So it was pretty easy to just pick the opposite, which can be quite profitable.
So we're wheels up in the morning. Hopefully I'll run into Cal a week on Maui. Actually,
we can't wait to be there. Me and Jay. Yeah,
looking forward to it, boys.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll talk more, but we cannot wait. So
I've got
thank you so much.
Up about 11,
thank you so much for your sponsorship of the channel. All you guys who subscribe and like, you guys make this possible. You got Sal even interested in the channel in the first place.
Yeah,
and we can't wait to come visit the cabana. So we're super excited. Safe travels
I'll have the whole
tomorrow.
place laid out for you.
And we'll touch base on Sunday. Hopefully these picks go well for us too.
All right, God bless everyone.
All right, take it easy.